Hello, welcome back. So today we're going to go over tons of sales, show you what has been selling over the last few days. But before we do that, I have two things I need to go over with you. One is the next video is going to be an Ask Me Anything video. So put your questions in the comments below. It can be personal, it can be about our past, it can be about reselling. It doesn't matter. Ask us anything. The only thing I'm not going to tell you is, like my social security number, bank account number. But we're pretty much an open book. So put any questions below for Justin or I or both of us, and we'll be answering them in an upcoming video. And then the second thing is I'm running a 20% off plus an additional 5% coupon sale on, it was around 900 items in my eBay store, mainly clothes and shoes, but there are some hard good items mixed in with it. So if anybody's gonna do any Christmas shopping or looking for some clothes to wear around the holidays for yourself, just wanted to give you a heads up. The sale will end, I do believe it's Monday night. Today is Sunday because I'm filming this the day it's gonna come out. So just letting you know in case you want to do any shopping. All right, now let's jump into the sales.
All right, start with the eBay sales. So this clock, Seth Thomas carriage clock, we found at the bins. It was new in the package, and that's the only reason why I decided to look it up. I honestly did not think it would sell for very much at all before I looked it up, and I was pleasantly surprised. So we paid $238 for it, and it sold for full price of $39.99. We made a $29.23 profit. I showed this in a haul video. It was a made in Ireland merino wool cable knit vest. It was new. It sold so fast for full price. We paid $244 for it, and we made a $37.23 profit. I was excited when I found this J. Jill dress because it was 100% silk. I paid only 90 cents for it at the bins, but after I steamed it and was photographing it, I noticed it had three almost grease looking stains on the back of the dress. Because it was silk, I was not comfortable trying to clean it, so I just priced it low. Ended up selling on a $15 offer. We still made a $10.05 profit on a flawed item, which is awesome. These Page jeans, they were the high-rise Manhattan style. They sold for $36. We paid $2.19 at the bins, and we made a $28 profit. Van Heusen is not a brand I normally pick up, but this was new with tags, and it was an XXL, and it was obviously in season because it was a long sleeve shirt. It sold for $21.99, and we made a $14.46 profit. I've sold two or three or maybe four others from this grouping. I've talked about it, but I bought a whole bag of loose Funko Pops at Goodwill. There was three that would sell for in the $5 range, which is why I bought the bag. Then I've sold a couple for just $6 or $7, and then I think two were just going to go in the garage sale pile because they weren't worth listing. But I have a $3.57 buy cost into it, sold for $24.29, and we made a $15.56 profit. And then these are Levi's 501 button fly colored denim jeans. Justin grabbed these on a solo trip to the bins. Honestly, I would not have picked them up myself, especially because they're heavy, so we paid $2.59. We've had them forever, so they were in the 40% off sale, sold for $14.99, but we still made a $10.33 profit. We grabbed this Lifetime pot at the bins. I paid $5.05 for it by weight. It sold for $31.99, and we made a $19.28 profit. And you'll see another one sold almost immediately to a different person. This was a brand new, sold just this year cookbook. We got it in a free pickup, sold for $14.99, and we made a $9.53 profit. I showed this American Girl doll in my Veterans Day, we went thrifting all day haul. I got her at the bins, and it was so nice because she was completely dressed in authentic American Girl doll clothes, which rarely ever happens. Most of the time I either find American Girl dolls naked or wearing like imitation clothes, but she had the real outfit on. She sold for $40. We paid $2.24 and we made a $28.62 profit. I have had this Bath and Body Works thing probably since like February. I kind of figured it would take till Christmas time to sell, but it was a brand new diffuser with a silver like reindeer on it. I only paid 31 cents for it. Sold for $14.99 and we made a $9.87 profit. This Staub ceramic baking dish, I got 2 of these at the bins, new in the package. Actually, like 3 more came out that day, but someone else grabbed the other ones. We only pay with tax 74 cents for ceramic items at our bins, which is awesome. So it sold for $29.74 and we made a $20.58 profit. Justin picked up this Craftsman's bottle cap opener wrench at a church sale for $2. I remember at the time thinking, what is that? Because $2 seemed a little high for me, but he whispered to me that it was good. Sure enough, it sold for $29.99 and we made a $23.13 profit. And so, like, I'm wondering, is this just literally a wrench that opens bottles? I guess so. Never seen such a thing. We got these Duluth trading shorts at a sale. Justin was buying... Oh, he bought the doll, his new like dolly like cart that he takes the weights to the post office for $20. And at the last minute, the woman threw in these shorts with the deal. So we had nothing into them. They sold for $21.99 and we made a $16.80 profit. This was a very pretty Torrid 1X, like kind of like faux wrap dress. I grabbed it on 99-cent day. It sold for $29.99 and we made a $22.53 profit. And these weights are apparently something special. I had to ask Justin about them because I was confused. This was the first time I ever saw him put a title up that it did not have the weight amount. Like it just says 6 York barbell weights. Normally it would say like 2 pound, 3 pound. And I asked him why that was. And he said, because these are very old ones and they do not have the weight amount marked on them, which is very rare. So they actually only weighed 1 1/4 each, so that was 7.5 pounds total. So they sold for $45. We had $2.25 into them, and they sold for $33.60. And then we have this Lifetime 3-quart, what's that called? Double broiler. This one was purchased at a regular Goodwill. The other ones were purchased at the bins. It sold for $44.99. We paid $8.55 for it, and we made a $24.18 profit. Picked up this vintage alpaca silver money clip at the bins. We paid 20 cents for it, sold on an offer for $15, and we made a $10.79 profit. These Croft and Barrow corduroy pants, I sold this pair, and then you'll see in a few minutes a second pair. I picked both of them up on 99-cent day. They were clearly donated by the same person because they were the exact same size, new with tags. They sold for $19.99 and we made a $12.69 profit. These Franco Sarto loafers were picked up on 99-cent day. They sold on an offer for $18 and we made a $13.19 profit. These Corelle Rosemary cereal bowls. You will see so much Corelle in this video. We went to an estate sale and bought 3 huge boxes of Corelle. Half of them were Rosemary print, and the other half were just the white winter frost. And we have been selling them like crazy. I assigned a $2 buy cost to each lot because that's how it worked out. Oh, actually, that's right. I forgot. Well, I will say probably that there'll be a $2 buy cost, but it was really $1.82 because I ended up listing 2 more sets than I thought, but it doesn't really make a big difference, but we made $9.97. And these 2 25-pound Weeder weight plates, they sold for $63.99. We had $15 into them, and we made a $32.81 profit. I'm so glad we finally sold this adorable squirrel cookie jar. We have had it forever. Justin got it at a free pickup. I sold it for $21 and we made a $14.22 profit. Sold a lot of Corelle Winter Frost. They were the small bread dessert or salad plates, whatever you want to refer to them as. It was a lot of 8. We had a $2 buy cost and we made a $15.03 profit. Guys, we sold the gorgeous volcano lava is the style ceramic Christmas tree that we bought last week at an estate sale for $10. It sold for full price of $224.99. And when all was said and done, we made a $170.30 profit. That was an amazing sale, and I'm glad to say it arrived safely. I double boxed it, which means I thoroughly bubble wrapped it, wrapped the tree and its base up, and put it in a nice tight fitting box, completely I filled all the voids in, and then I floated it in a much bigger box, meaning that I put packing material all around all sides of it so that it was totally insulated. And it arrived safely, and that was a very exciting sale, as you can imagine. These London Fog boots were picked up on 99-cent day. They actually sold one other time but were returned for not fitting. They sold for $19.99 and we made a $12.67 profit. This cute torrid dress I've had for a long time. This was in our 40% off clearance sale. I grabbed it on 99-cent day, sold for $12.74, and we made an $8.85 profit. This cloth teak Possible Dream Santa and Angel holding a peace on earth sign, it sold for $18.88. We paid 50 cents for it. Well, I ended up being able to ship it for much cheaper than I thought I was going to be. I made the box size bigger than it needed to be, so I ended up making money on the shipping. So when all was said and done, I made an $18.37 profit, which was great because I actually sold it for way less than I wanted to. These Croft & Barrow corduroy pants were purchased on 99-cent day. They sold for $19.99 and we made a $12.68 profit. These they were Alpine Plastic Village from the 70s. I got these over the summer. There was a warehouse thrift sale. I paid 50 cents for them. They sold for 15 and we made a $10.12 profit. A Victoria's Secret bra sold for $17.99. We paid 22 cents and we made a $13.15 profit. And this was a great sale. So I showed in a previous video that we bought all of the big ceramic trees at an estate sale. Well, Justin ended up going back the next day and he bought this silverware set. It only said Japan on the back, but when he sent me a picture of it while he was at the sale. When I Google Lensed it, it came up and brought me the other information. Put it in, saw that it sold for a decent amount, though I didn't realize it would be this good. So he bought the entire set for $5, and we sold this for $74.99. We made a $52.84 profit, and you'll see later in the video I will sell a set of 4 spoons because it came with 8 extra spoons besides what went with this set. So that was an awesome sale. These Corning, they have the D-shaped handles, which seem to make them a little bit more valuable. Mugs, they sold for $17.84. I assigned a $2 buy cost to all the Corning Ware Corel stuff. They sold for $10.31, and you'll see a second set sells, I think it was the same day, you'll see it in a little bit. This Kaufman's mug, this was picked up in the free church sale. It sold for $19.99, and we made a $14.26 profit. This J. Jill top I bought when we were on our anniversary trip at a regular Goodwill. Paid $2.50 for it, which honestly was too much. It sold for $18.69 and we made a $13.30 profit. More Corel for $2. This set of 12 dinner plates. They were slightly marked up more, which I showed in all the photos and explained it. So I just sold a big lot of them together, but it still sold for $32.99. We made a $20.76 profit. And this was a model airplane kit. Justin picked this up it was like the end of a garage sale and they put everything out for free and it was sealed, so he grabbed it. Only sold for $11.99, but since we had nothing into it, we made a $7.93 profit. This Chico's top was a flawed item. I did not realize when I bought it that I just thought it had grommets down the front, but it was supposed to have like a string going through the grommets. So I priced it low for $15.99. It ended up selling for $14. I got it on 99-cent day, so we still made a $10.10 profit, even though it was a flawed item. These little plastic sheep Justin picked up at the bins for only 20 cents. They said Italy on the bottom of them, which is why he grabbed them. They sold for $16.99, and we made a $11.98 profit. This woman within pin tuck plus size shirt, I got it for $1 at a church sale. It sold for $15, and we made a $10.96 profit. This is part of the big Corningware Corral dish lot that you've seen numerous ones this video of. So $2 buy cost, sold for $20.99, and we made a $12.38 profit. And this Calvin Klein sweater I picked up at the bins. The only reason why I grabbed it was it was new with tags. Sold for $24.99, and we made a $16.77 profit. We paid $1.40 for the sweater. This vintage Betty Crocker Kitchen Gardens cookbook, we got this in a free estate clean out. This is the one where we got so many books. I listed maybe like 10 that were worth it to go on eBay, and Justin took the rest to half price books and got over $90. But this one sold for $19.99, and we made a $14.27 profit. These really cute Care Bear vintage ornaments from 1984, I picked up at, maybe a church sale. I paid $1 for them. I honestly can't remember, but I know I paid $1. Had them forever, waiting for Christmas to come. They sold for $19.99, and we made a $13.25 profit. This was a great pickup. Justin got this at a regular Goodwill. He just stopped in to drop donations off, because we're always donating stuff, it seems. He got it for $4, but it was already opened. It was missing some pieces for what it appeared to me, but it was a Gremlin AMC model car kit. And I know Gremlins and AMCs are very rare. Just by chance, I had a high school friend whose brother was obsessed with them and had like 4 of them. And I actually was in a car accident in a Gremlin when I was like 14. Didn't have seatbelts, but luckily the back, they had like bench seats, and the front seat was so tall that when we hit, we just flew off of the like tall seat, and it kept us from flying out the windshield. Yeah, it was the 90s, what can I say? So the moral to the story is this sold still, even though it was incomplete, for $79.99, and we made a $56.74 profit. Always look up car kits, especially if they're vintage ones. Some of them can go for good money. A set of weights, they were just 4 or 5 pounds standard pancake weights. They sold for $23.99. We had $6 into them. We made a $10.89 profit. And then these Easy Bake oven pans. I always pick up Easy Bake oven pans. So at the bins, Easy Bake ovens come out constantly, and a lot of times they'll even come out in the boxes. No one ever buys them because they're kind of heavy, but I always go into the box and look to see if there's pans, because people are looking for the replacement pans. So they are so lightweight. We paid 20 cents for these, sold for $13.99, and we made a $9.57 profit, and they are so easy to list and to ship. This Gap Wool Blend Puffer Vest, I picked it up at the bins because it was a good size. It was an XL. This got put in my Christmas, Black Friday, whatever you want to call it, sale. We paid $2.85. It sold for $18.79, and we made a $10.73 profit. These UFOs slides, we bought at the bins for 93 cents. They sold for $18. We made a $13.33 profit. This vintage Pyrex pie keeper, I had never seen one before, but it was like a clamshell pie keeper, and then it had just the white basic Pyrex pie dish inside of it. I got this free at the church where we ended up taking all the leftovers at the church sale. So it sold for $19.99, and we made a $12.46 profit. Kim Roger pants were a bins pickup. They were new with tags and plus size. I paid $1.77. They sold for $16.79, and we made a $10.80 profit. And then these York barbell 25-pound weight plates. These are like tried and true. Justin has sold these kind of weights probably at least 100 times. They sold for $57. We had 15 into it. We made a $29.62 profit. The same person bought 2 Victoria's Secret bras off of me. They got this one and this one. So they purchased one and then sent me a lower offer on the second one. But since I knew I was going to make a little bit more off of the extra shipping on it, I accepted. So we paid 27 cents for one and 19 for the other. When all was said and done, they sold for $13 and $15.99. We made a $23.74 profit. This set of Christmas dishes was picked up at the church hall clean out. I actually had 2 of them and the other one just sold, so you'll see that in a future video. But they were brand new in the package, so it was nice that they were packed up safely already. It sold for $35 and we made a $25.70 profit. Then this camel. So Justin bought a hodgepodge nativity scene for $5 in estate sale. Like, it had just all different, it had ceramic pieces, it had resin pieces, it had plastic pieces, like someone literally just built their own set. So I ended up piecing a large portion of it out. And I used Google Lens because I was like, these camels were ceramic and they seemed more modern. And sure enough, they were from the Kirkland Signature Nativity set, so Costco's Nativity set, and there was 2 of them in here. So someone sent me an offer for $10 if they purchased 2 of them. I gladly accepted. I had 80 cents into them. We made a $15.28 profit. And this Land's End puffer coat, I grabbed it because it was a 3X women's. I got it on 99-cent day. Sold for $33.99 and we made a $25.55 profit. These 2 5-pound standard size kettle plate, never heard of that brand before. They sold for $16.19. We made a $9.45 profit. I bought a whole set of Lennox Esquire flatware and I broke it up into different lots. So this is like the serving set lot. I had 82 cents into it, sold for $11.99. We made a $7.22 profit. This Land's End corduroy blouse was picked up on 99-cent day, sold for $17.59. And we made an $11.30 profit. These electric candles, I showed them in a video. They were very heavyweight. They had like a switch on it where you could turn them to timer. You could put a sensor on it so they automatically came on when the room was dark, etc. So I originally found 8 of them and I tested them all at the bins and they worked. Then I got home and I ended up putting different light bulbs in some of them because not all of them had light bulbs. And I guess the light bulb I chose was not compatible and it blew out 3 of them and made them not work anymore. I'm sure they probably could be taken apart and a fuse could be replaced, but I'm not that savvy. So I ended up just listing the 5, though I put the cost of goods as what I paid for all 6 of them. So I paid $6.50. They sold for $64.99 though, and we made a $42.34 profit. And this cute, it was a candy cane plush. It was 17 inches, so it was a big size, like soft vintage Christmas decoration. We got it in a free pickup. It sold for $15.99 and we made a $10.08 profit. This Crimson and Clover, it was like a teddy Sherpa, really thick sweatshirt. It was new with tags. I found it at the bins. We paid $1.91 for it. Its tag had $119 MSRP. It was made in Boulder, or designed in Boulder, Colorado, actually manufactured in China. This was in my 20% off Black Friday sale. It sold for $34 and we made a $25.88 profit. These Fidelity, they were the style Jimmy jeans. We bought at 99-cent day. They sold for $25. We made a $19.70 profit. These spoons, they were part of, I showed earlier, the bigger set that we made a very nice profit on, vintage silverware that Justin picked up in a estate sale. It came with 8 extra teaspoons, so I put them up in 2 lots of 4, and this is the first one to sell. And we made an $8.74 profit on it. I sold the Rent keychain. I showed this in a video. I picked up a whole bag full of various keychains. This was in my Black Friday sale. We paid 15 cents for it, sold for $19.99, and we made a $14.01 profit. And this Ace Hardware, it was new sealed. We found it at the bins. It was like their version of Lego. It sold for $19.99. We paid $2 and we made a $13.96 profit. This Talbot's, it was new with tags, cable knit sweater. I've had it for a long time. It ended up selling for $18 on Poshmark. We paid 99 cents and we made a $13.41 profit. I picked these kids' new with tag Zara boots up on 99-cent day so long ago. They had an MSRP of $49.90. They had probably like 25 watchers on it. They just would not sell. Finally, I accepted a $10 offer on them. We paid 99 cents and we made a $6.07 profit, and I am so glad to see those go. These Steve Madden chunky loafers Y2K were really cool. We did pay up for them at the bins of $3.46 because they weighed so much, but they sold for $29 and we made a $19.74 profit. These Talbot's pants were a 99-cent day pickup. They sold for $18 and we made a $13.41 profit. This Victoria's Secret bra was grabbed at the bins. We paid 40 cents for it. It sold for $15 and we made $11.60 profit. These did not take long to sell at all. They're Skechers Bobs for like an espadrille wedge. We got them on 99-cent day. They sold for $18 and we made a $13.41 profit. And our last Poshmark sale was this Simply Southern pullover. We have had this forever, sold for $14, paid 99 cents for it, sold for a $10.06 profit.
So that wraps up all of the sales. And just while I was filming this video, we sold 5 items on eBay. I did not show you in those sale items the things that just came in the last like day and a half because I haven't shipped them yet, so I don't know exactly the profits on them, but we've had some good sales. Love this time of year and love that we've been able to source so many hard goods. You know, I refer to anything as hard goods that's not shoes or clothes or weights pretty much, because that kind of stuff just sells really well around the holidays. We've been selling so much like dishes, kitchenware, china, all of that stuff, and I love selling that kind of stuff, you know, because that kind of goes back to my baker background. So I hope you enjoyed today's video. Reminder, questions in the comments below, and we'll be answering them really soon. Thank you for taking the time to watch. We so appreciate you, and we'll see you on the next one. Take care.